It was a typical Saturday night in the city, the streets buzzing with life as I cruised around in my silver Toyota Camry, working my side gig as an Uber driver. As the clock struck midnight, a new ride request popped up on my screen. The nameless passenger only provided an address, no other information. Intrigued, I accepted the fare and navigated towards the location. Pulling up to a dimly lit alleyway, a figure emerged from the shadows and approached my car. The passenger opened the back door and slid in without a word. I glanced at the rearview mirror, trying to catch a glimpse of their face, but all I could make out was a dark hood pulled tightly around their features. "Good evening," I greeted, trying to break the awkward silence. No response. I shrugged it off and focused on the road ahead, following the GPS directions to the mysterious address. The ride was eerily quiet, the only sound the hum of the engine and the occasional flicker of streetlights passing by. Halfway through the journey, my phone rang, disrupting the stillness of the car. It was a call from my previous rider, a frantic voice on the line. "Hey, I think I left my phone in your car. Can you check for me?" Curious, I pulled over to the side of the road and searched the back seat. There it was, a sleek black phone lying forgotten on the upholstery. As I picked it up, a new message notification flashed on the screen. It was from a contact named Mom. Opening the message, my eyes widened in alarm at the words that appeared on the screen. "Get out of the car. He's not who you think he is." A chill ran down my spine, the hairs on my neck standing on end. Who was this mysterious passenger, and why was their own mother warning me about them? I quickly scanned the back seat, but the hooded figure remained ominously silent, seemingly unaware of the unfolding drama. Heart pounding, I hesitated, torn between heeding the warning and completing the ride. Curiosity and a sense of duty won over, and I made a split-second decision. "I'm sorry, but I have to end the ride here," I declared, trying to sound firm despite my trembling voice. The passenger shifted in their seat, and for the first time, I caught a glimpse of their eyes glinting in the darkness. They seemed to size me up, calculating and cold. Without a word, they reached into their pocket and pulled out a wad of cash, pressing it into my hand. "Continue the ride," they finally spoke, their voice low and devoid of emotion. I shuddered but complied, feeling trapped in the escalating tension of the situation. With a shaky hand, I put the phone back on the seat and continued driving towards the destination, my mind racing with fear and doubt. As we neared the address, the passenger suddenly gave a sharp command. "Stop the car here." Obeying, I pulled over to the side of the deserted street, the only illumination coming from a flickering street lamp. The passenger handed me another stack of bills before opening the door and stepping out into the night, disappearing into the shadows without a backward glance. Alone now, I exhaled a shaky breath, the weight of the mysterious encounter settling heavily on my shoulders. Before I could fully process what had just happened, my phone rang again, startling me out of my reverie. It was a notification from the Uber app, a message from an unknown number. I hesitated before tapping on the screen, the message revealing a single sentence that sent a shiver down my spine. "Thank you for delivering my messenger. You've passed the test?" Confusion and fear mingled inside me, the threads of the night unraveling into a web of uncertainty. Who was behind this elaborate game, and what did they want with me? As I drove back into the city, the echoes of the night's events lingered like an ominous cloud overhead, casting a shadow on the familiar streets I thought I knew so well. Days turned into weeks, but the memory of that fateful night remained etched in my mind, a puzzle I couldn't solve. I tried to resume my routine as an Uber driver, but the sense of foreboding never left me. One evening, as I parked my car outside a bustling restaurant, a familiar face caught my attention. It was the hooded passenger from that night, sitting at a table with another figure whose features were obscured in the dim light. A chill ran down my spine as our eyes met, a silent exchange passing between us. I quickly averted my gaze, the feeling of being watched sending a jolt of fear through me. The pieces of the puzzle were slowly falling into place, revealing a dark truth I never could have imagined. As I drove away into the night, the ghost of that mysterious passenger haunting my thoughts, I realized that some mysteries were meant to remain unsolved, their shadows lingering long after the final ride had ended. And as the city lights blurred into a kaleidoscope of uncertainty, I knew that the night held secrets that even the darkest corners couldn't conceal.